What's up, guys? ClutchFan37 here. As you can see, I'm in a different surrounding. I usually make videos in my basement at my dad's house, but just yesterday, he was nice enough to go out and give me a desk so I could do school stuff here as well as film videos and things like that in my room. So, thanks to my dad. He doesn't watch my videos. I don't even think he knows I make YouTube videos, to be honest, which is weird because I always talk about it. But yeah. Anyway, so this video is going to be talking to you guys why I specifically use wax mesh and things like that. So most people, when they get wax mesh, they get it for the properties as well as the cool dyes you can get depending on what league you're in. If you're in college, you can only use one color mesh, but if you're high school and younger or out of college and you play in like a summer league for fun, you can use dyed mesh. So most people get it because it's weatherproof. If you play out on the East Coast, you always get rainstorms and just crappy weather, and having a consistent mesh is going to help your game by that much more. So that's why a lot of people have been moving to the wax mesh. Me personally, playing in Colorado and living in Colorado for the last 19 years of my life, I haven't really experienced a lot of crappy weather games. There's been some here and there, especially during the spring season towards the beginning of it, but not too much to where wax mesh is almost a necessity. So the reason I use it is because once you break wax mesh in, it becomes very soft. At least mine does, in my opinion. So I prefer a semi-hard mesh that's broken in a lot before I string it and use it in games, just because I play attack and I think my style of play is a bit different than most attack men, at least at my age. A lot of people focus on either really low pockets or really high pockets. I prefer a very shifty pocket, so when I go to cradle one hand, the ball sits as low to the throat as possible. That way I feel like I have more control over it. When I cradle two hands, it's going to sit in the middle to where I have still a good amount of control. And when I go to shoot and I cradle and I wind up, I want the ball to sit as close to the shooting string as possible so I get the fastest release and the most snap out of my shot. So I prefer a softer mesh because it moves around a lot more. And obviously wax mesh is supposed to be the most consistent mesh you can get next to String King. I haven't actually tested that. I probably will someday soon. I have a couple pieces of String King left, so probably string some up in a stick the same way I string this one up, and then play with it, see which one is more consistent, I guess. I don't know, I'll do that video later. But anyway, obviously I get the traits of the wax mesh with my wax mesh. You get the weatherproof, the consistency, and all that, but the main reason I use it is because how fast it breaks in. I don't have to play with the mesh for 5 or 6 hours to break it in. I just play with it for 20 minutes, and the wax mesh will feel as soft as possible. I mean, obviously it's going to get stiffer as time goes on because wax does eventually harden, but until then, this is what I'm going to be using for quite some time. This pocket's extremely broken in. I love this pocket so much. It just does everything for me. So that's why I specifically use wax mesh, especially my wax mesh. Now this one I just strung up the other day. As you can see, I mean, you can't really tell, but it's a bit stiffer than that because it's pretty much fresh out of the bag. I played with it for about 5 minutes just to make sure it shot relatively well in case this stick were to break. That way I can just run over this and play with it. But it doesn't take a lot of time to break in. The newest Mesa Mesh formula that I've been using for the past month or so is a bit stiffer than before just because a lot of people liked, I guess, more of a stiff wax mesh than I do. So I have two different kinds of buckets, or I guess wax mixtures. One I use specifically for myself, which is the softer version, and one I use for the actual mesh I sell to you guys, which is a stiffer version because that's what most people want. So that's why I use wax mesh. I'd love to hear you guys' opinions on why you guys think wax mesh is superior, or why you guys think it's just a fad, things like that. I mean, obviously the dyed mesh is a huge fad. Everyone wants something cool to stand out on the field, so that's why a lot of people use dyed mesh. That's why I used it, because I wanted to look cool on the field. I mean, you look good, you feel good, you play good, that kind of thing. Well, let me know down below what you guys' opinions are on wax mesh, why you guys use it, why you don't, things like that. And then also, before this video ends, I've come up with a new design for Mesa Mesh, something that me and my friend Sam are going to be producing in mass quantities here in the next 2 weeks or so, once we get all our school stuff taken care of and then order some mesh. So I'm not sure what to call it. I just put on the website as V-Mesh. This is what it looks like. I think it's going to look sweet once you string it up. I mean, that's what it looks like all stretched out. This one's pink and Carolina. Then we got neon green, white, and black. Carolina blue, white, and neon yellow. Something East Coast guys would like, I think. I mean, if I was them, I'd think this is sweet. So you can see up close. That's what it looks like. And lastly, Colorado theme. So you got, I guess, navy blue, red, and yellow. So these are my new designs, I guess. Let me know your guys' opinions on those too. And if you guys think I should produce a lot of those, let me know what colors you guys want to see. A lot of people recommended navy and silver, navy and Carolina. You know, just a really cool, popular color. So those will be coming in the near future. But as for now, that's it, guys. Hope you enjoyed my video. Hope you guys got more of a perspective onto why I use wax mesh. And I hope you guys let me know down below why you guys use wax mesh or why you don't. I just kind of want to hear everyone's opinions on it.